If you've been following us along, you probably already know this. But if you're new here, we are Sunny and Ferret, and we are riding our 2 motorcycles from Washington State to the bottom of Argentina. Last episode, you watched us discover one of the most beautiful ferry journeys in the world, going from the bottom of the Carretera Austral to Puerto Natales. Hello, hello. We are in Puerto Natales. We got in off the ferry not yesterday, but the night before. We haven't really done anything since then. About probably the day before yesterday in the morning, I ended up getting some kind of stomach bug or flu. And so for the last few hours of the ferry, I was basically in the bathroom the whole time. And yesterday, I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't even really drink anything. And then I had a really bad fever for the last 2 days. So absolutely miserable. So we haven't done any filming. We literally haven't gone anywhere. We were going to go down to Punta Arenas yesterday, but that got delayed because I couldn't get out of bed. So we're going to head down there today. There's no wind today, but it is pouring down rain.
It's very rainy. You might be able to hear it even.
It seems the weather here is either really windy or rainy. So it's either one or the other, but I guess, it's easier to ride in the rain than it is in the wind. So we'll be heading down to Punta Arenas today, then to get work done on the bikes before our final shot down to Ushuaia. So today is going to be a very wet and rainy day.
We've been living in sin so long, all the feels are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, making through the day outright. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go. All sing your high line with the roller coaster of life. Yeah. It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller coaster of life.
If you stop in Punta Arenas on your way down to Ushuaia, this is the motorcycle shop that you're probably going to come to. It's where all the motorcycle travelers go. And it's nice to see a bunch of other Himalayans out front when we're trying to fix our Himalayan. So where are we at?
Punta Arenas.
Did you forget where we were?
No, I thought you were asking what shop we were at, or like where
No.
we were at specifically. I just know the town we're in.
We made it to Punta Arenas, and I'm finally getting a front tire on my bike, and I'm currently in the middle of cleaning out. We're gonna try to clean
My dirty tank.
clean out the Himalayan's fuel filter or fuel. Opening it up, there's so much debris in there, which would explain why it's not idling or running at all, or just being terrible.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is gonna help. We don't know. It still might be having problems, but
It should help regardless.
we're having a coffee and a little food right now, and we're gonna get this done. We're walking down the street in Punta Arenas looking for either I need like a plastic container to like clean the fuel parts out in with using just like fuel, or like an auto parts place that might have fucking squeaky brakes, as this car in front of us has squeaky ass brakes. But maybe an auto parts store that have like some carb cleaner or some kind of thing like that. But we didn't find anything at all. So we're headed back to the shop. You can probably ask them. So didn't find shit, and it's a waste of time. And it's getting late, so we're trying to get this done today. So we'll see. So we found ourselves a paint tray. That should work pretty good for cleaning the fuel pump and the parts. There's a bunch of little parts. So that should work pretty good. We're walking back to the shop now. My bike got a new front tire, which is awesome. This shop is great. It has a little cafe, and as soon as we pulled in, there was 3 Himalayans out front, and then 2 more brand new 450 Himalayans inside, as well as just a bunch of other sweet bikes, including 2 of my dream bikes, which are the Triumph 1200 Scrambler. Yeah, just a bunch of really cool bikes in there, and I'm able to work on the bike in there myself, so we should be getting everything done today.
Just look at how dirty that is. That's cleaning it regardless. That's disgusting.
Wow.
But it's okay. BMW said it's not a problem.
We got the fuel pump for the Himalayan all back together. Now we're just heading back to our hostel, and it's time for dinner. We have a couple more things to look at on the Himalayan, but we can't ride today anyways because the wind's too high. But it is nice to see this city in better weather than the last time we were here, which was back in 2019, and it was very cold and wet. Hot dog time.
So I was trying to figure this out. So we have bike is on.
The Himalayan has had trouble idling for months now, and it's becoming a real problem. We think it might be the TPS sensor.
So we have, you can't really see it, but 0 volts. And then when you do the throttle, kind of moves, but then goes back to 0. It seems to be a bad sensor, but we don't know.
Can't get to the screw for the TPS sensor, but it's getting 0 readings, and then when you roll on the throttle it jumps all over the place, so I think it's just a bad sensor. But I can't even get to the screw to adjust it, so there's nothing we can do without stripping it out. So yeah, frustrated, and just don't even like working on this bike because it's not even mine. So since we can't do anything about the sensor, we're just going to head to Ushuaia anyway. So we met another fellow Himalayan rider and decided it'd be safer if we all rode together across the very windy Tierra del Fuego. We got an early start and headed for the ferry to cross over to the island. We're about to cross the Magellan Straits to Tierra del Fuego for the first time. When we came down and backpacked in Patagonia 6 years ago, Punta Arenas is as far south as we got. So we left Punta Arenas this morning. Now we're just waiting for the ferry, and we'll be headed even the farthest south we've been. So headed to either Rio Grande today, or if the weather's holds, then maybe to Ushuaia. So we'll see, but we're waiting for the ferry. It's sunny out. We saw lots of animals this morning. I really got to pee, but everything seems to be closed here, so that's disappointing. And I'm really hungry. Yeah!
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Got a flat. Just 60K from Ushuaia. Tiny little hole right there.
What is it?
Just that.
Oh, shit.
Different size. Nice.
Made a mess of that one.
So,
Again,
there's 2 holes.
at least 2.
At least 2.
Can I use your knife again? Oh man.
I would love to live in.
This is like a metaphor for our whole trip.
3rd time's the charm?
Oh, come on. I can fucking hear it.
Okay, update on the rear tire. It is pretty it's shot, basically. We tried plugging, we had to plug it multiple times. There's a bunch of little holes. The plugs aren't holding when we add air to it. Yeah, big blowout. Yeah, we shouldn't have stopped. We're only 60K from Ushuaia, but obviously he noticed his rear tire was low, so we stopped, which is good. But so now we're kind of at a last ditch effort, since nothing's holding, no air is holding in the tire, to put my rear tube into his rear tire, since he runs tubeless. Loud cars. Yeah, since he runs tubeless, put my tube in there just to keep some air in it, so we can at least get down to Ushuaia and figure out from there.
Grandma's getting my fucking wheel off and all that shit's gonna be fucking itching. I don't even know. So unfortunately we aren't able to break the bead on the tire and put a tube in it. So now the plan is just to fill it up with air, ride it slowly, and hope we can make it to town. So we just got into our tent. Well, you can barely see me. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? The red light's on. We were just on the side of the road, pulled off on the side of the road. Tried riding the bike as far as we can get until the tire basically came off the rim. Yeah. So we made it 6 miles from town, but we couldn't make it any further. So we set up the tent on the side of the road, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. And we're gonna try to sleep here and figure out the rest in the morning. Okay, night. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you can see when we come out with new videos.